Borders. They are the protective arms wrapped around our people and our land to stop foreign threats and protect against enemies. They mark our place and stake out our ground as a people and country. But in 9 years, the NDP Liberals have lost control of our borders, letting drugs, guns, and terrorists threaten our people. Part is incompetence, but part is the radical Liberal agenda, a borderless, globalist, post-national agenda. Post-national is the word that Justin Trudeau used. All of this done with the advice and support of his top economic advisor, Mark Carney, who calls himself a European. And here are the facts. Fact, after 9 years of Liberals, gun-related crime is up 116%, with the Toronto Police Association saying that 85% of gun offenses use illegal firearms from the United States. Fact, the Liberal government only inspects 1% of shipping containers coming into our country, allowing drugs and guns to sneak through the other 99%. Fact, the Liberals let multiple ISIS terrorists enter into Canada, including a man who was allegedly filmed cutting up a human body on a crucifix in the Middle East. The same man is now charged for planning a terrorist attack in Canada. Fact, the Liberal government admits it has lost count of the number of people who are here illegally. But they say in one of their own reports that it's somewhere between 20,000 and 500,000. But they say it could be more. How reassuring. And then there are the drug deaths. 49,000 Canadians have lost their lives to opioid overdoses in the last 9 years. More than died fighting for Canada in the Second World War. Can you imagine that? That was a war, and it killed fewer people than have died in Canada to opioids under this Liberal government. Opioid deaths are up over 200%. The radical drug liberalization, whereby the NDP Liberals legalized the use of fentanyl in Canada, has been yet another deadly experiment. Most of the ingredients come from China and Mexico, and yet our government cannot stop them at the border. Fact, Canadian Security Services identified 350 organized crime rings operating within our border. 63 of these groups have international connections to China, Mexico, and other nations. Fact, in British Columbia, police recently discovered a super lab containing enough fentanyl and materials to kill 95 million people. In the year leading up to September 2024, U.S. border agents seized 11,600 pounds of drugs coming from Canada. Fentanyl seizures tripled between 2023 and 2024. Our neighbors have noticed. President Trump has raised concerns, and he has wrongly used this risk as a rationale for tariffs. These tariffs are unjustified and they are wrong. The United States needs to do more on its border, and so do we. But frankly, it should not take a foreign leader to get our government to reverse its deadly policies that are killing our people. It is not for President Trump or any other foreign leader that I want to stop fentanyl in my country. It's so that not one more mother has to bury her face in her hands in the terrible agony of learning her son died in a back alley somewhere from this poison. And that is why I will take back control of Canada's borders. My common sense, Canada First plan should immediately be adopted by Parliament. We must recall Parliament now and put Liberal Party power struggles aside so that we can adopt this plan to save our people and secure our borders.